Hey girls, sorry, I know I look like garbage. I was up until 2 watching a stupid series that your mom got me turned on to. And of course, she bailed way before that. Um, but it is her fault. I had to wake up early to deal with garbage and people traveling this morning, so I've had very little sleep. Anyways, this one is about problems. Just a really quick note. Sometimes you get overwhelmed by a myriad of problems, just a shit ton of problems that happen. Sometimes life seems to like be an even keel, and then sometimes it's like every fucking thing goes sideways, and you get overwhelmed and you get paralyzed by being overwhelmed because there's just too many things to do to fix everything. So anyways, look, here's the best way to deal with that, okay? One problem at a time. No other problems except for the one problem, your biggest, most important problem. And, however you prioritize that, usually I prioritize it something to the effect. It's not like I have a framework yet on how to do this, but usually it's something to do with, if it deals with life, limb, or bodily injury, that's pretty important. Like, let's solve that problem now, before we solve the problem of, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my rent in 4 months. Well, you got some time, but if there's, you're going to lose a limb in the next 30 minutes, let's take care of that. So I know it seems obvious, but when you get down to it, sometimes priorities can get jumbled. Do you spend time with somebody, or do you go take care of a responsibility you've been putting off? It's when you get to that situation where it's like you can't figure out which problem really is the priority. You've evaluated everything. It's like they all seem like the same level of problems, or at least 2 problems seem like the same level. Frickin' pick one. Just pick one and go with it. One of the most important things you can do, and I'll make another video about this, one of the most important things you could do with life is making a decision, right? It doesn't have to be the right decision. People always get frustrated and fret over making the right decision. Just make the decision, and I'll go into that on another video, but make a decision and then focus on that one problem. Don't worry about the other problems. I guarantee that it will either still be there when you're finished solving your first problem, or it will have solved itself, which happens from time to time. More often than not, that problems solve themselves. Sometimes we get too involved in things we think are problems and aren't, and they just kind of go away. But anyways, so first off, just one problem at a time, okay? If you have multiple problems, one problem at a time, get through it. I know you can. You guys rock. Love you.